Hi, guys. It's the week of Thanksgiving. So, just had a few Christmas do's for you to keep your holiday stress level low. Uh, Me and my dogs dressed up for you. Dogs are having issues. This is as good as it gets. I'm relaxing today. So, I'm just going to do a talking video. Um, so, the 10 do's to keep holiday stress, Christmas in particular, low. I would include all things in this because for me, everything's about planning, knowing what's going on, where you're going, what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So do start early. Gift buying, planning meals, prepping, just, your crafts, everything. Start early. I begin buying Christmas gifts really the week after Christmas when things are on sale and I'm loaded with money. And, I'll buy, a lot of times when I shop, which I will also include in this video, I have very specific places that I go physically to, and then the rest is just sort of embellishing it online. So that's kind of number two. Number one is start early. Number two is really start the day after Christmas for items when, like I said, when I'm shopping at specific places, I keep my eye out for sales, that things that I want after Christmas when things are on sale to both buy for gifts, but also for, any updating, zhuzhing, as I like to say. The one year, my $80 garland I got on sale for 19. And then the following year, I got the matching $65 wreath for like 12. So I keep an eye out for certain things. I kind of start planning what I'm going to do next year. Maybe might be a little differently. This year I kind of got taken by surprise with my mom giving me the family crystal tree. So I kind of had to, thankfully I got it early, so I was able to kind of really go through and switch out what I had initially started to plan and prepare for. Also, I think I mentioned um, reusing things. Every year I have my 10 embellishments, I'll call, in my planner. Some years it's just booze. Okay. Those things again, I try to get on sale, the ones that I buy. The ribbon as well, on sale after the holidays, so I'm sort of somewhat prepped for the next year, even if I just have to make those. Um, I mentioned before that I like red. Looks so nice with the cream on the outside of my house. And the greenery and the red, I just think is beautiful. So I have 10 planners. This year I did the mini trees and bows and a couple of little decorations. Y'all saw that video, or at least it's going up. And the red gets destroyed. So when I take them down, I, of course, trash anything that's just not any good anymore, either torn or blown or broken, faded, all those things. Um, uh, I start early, like I said, not only with the gifts, but with the crafting. As soon, I kind of put things aside after Christmas the night before, that these are going to be the things that I'm going to craft with next year. Um, I go through a pretty big routine after the holidays of putting things away. I leave a lot of stuff out through the winter. And this is going to be your tip number 3. I start early when it starts getting dark early in October, November. I start buying up batteries for all the lights. I start checking all my little bulbs and the outside solar lights. And of course, batteries also I do. My smoke detectors get changed out. My carbon monoxide detectors get changed out when the time changes. I keep lights in my windows in the winter. Make sure those bulbs are good. Make sure they're all functioning, working when they plug in. I know I lied this year because I was in a rush with my mom's tree to pull up my garland, which I had left the garland with the lights in it the year before, and of course didn't check it before I attached it to the railing. So I had to undo that, put a new set of lights in there and all. So, but that's a mistake on my part, because I usually check all those lights, make sure they're working, sort through them, get rid of, throw away anything that doesn't work anymore. Because sometimes even if they worked the year before, after they've been stored, or maybe they got wet, or who knows what, right? Too hot, too cold, who knows? Then they may not work. Fuse blows, whatever. So yeah, that's number 3. I also start kind of going through things really from, I start Halloween really as soon as the crafting stuff starts coming out. And again, with my sister liking black and liking Halloween and all those kind of things, I start, looking to see mostly on YouTube what's out there, what's new, what will she like. Oftentimes I've already bought something the year before, after Christmas, but in the Halloween category or after Halloween, maybe not so much. I'm a little more busier as we're approaching Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, but I even after Christmas, when everything's on sale, buy early year birthday presents, anniversaries, anything like that. So I sort out everything starting early through Halloween. I try to only keep 2 bins of Halloween and of fall. They come from Walmart. I think they're in the $5-6 range. Starlight. And I keep 2 fall, 2 Halloween. And we won't talk about Christmas, because also with Christmas, my house is on many different levels. But what I do is, as I'm taking things out and deciding what to use, I keep a couple of Dollar Tree bins around, or the bags that we all have too many of now, or at least in my state. You can't have the throwaway plastic bags anymore. You have to have your own bags, fabric bags or whatever. So I fill them and take them to Goodwill. I'm very, very much, this is number 4, I do buy some linens. You'll find out what I don't buy in the 10 things I don't do for Christmas in another video. But anyway, I do only buy small trees. And now, I don't buy large trees. With dogs and just me, the smaller trees, tabletop trees, are just easier to handle and keep the dogs away from, keep their hair off it. um, I try to keep it very simple. I pick my areas, the areas that are most important to me. Now, that can change depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing. I have a rec room I spend most of my life in. But it's also kind of a disaster area. The dogs running in and out. It's a huge room. A lot of my, stuff that gets delivered and all is down there and kind of stored in boxes and pantry things. Kind of I call myself a mini prepper because when my husband was disabled, I really learned that I couldn't just run out on a moment's notice and buy something I was out of. And that's when I bought a bank of, I think it's 4 or 5, I'm not sure, of IKEA wardrobes filled with shelves and rods and drawers, and really had to kind of up my storage as best I could because I had to keep a lot of medical stuff, had a lot of medications, and just storing everyday stuff that we need that I just really couldn't afford to run out of and just go get it at that particular time. So, I think kind of keeping yourself organized ahead of the game food wise I buy all the non-perishable stuff ahead of time. Um, Canned goods, great jar gravies, things like that, things that'll last for a while as far as your meal. I do make things ahead and freeze. Pretty much on the day of, I'm either roasting a turkey or just you know, heating things up. Same thing with baking. Make it ahead of time. I personally, because I don't do big parties. Me and my husband used to do it. That's why I say keep it simple. Um, but pick your areas. For me, keeping it simple means doing things ahead of time. Uh, Cooking and freezing when you have the chance, and you can. Buying non-perishables ahead of time. As far as the areas for me, like I said, sometimes I do up the rec room with lights and the tree and the da 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 da. And sometimes I do the living room. I do pick. I don't do both. Um, if I do anything, if I do really do up the rec room, it requires a lot of cleaning, a lot of organization, a lot of lights. That room is all colors of bluish green from aqua to teal. Um, then all I have in here is just my garland on my railing, my wreath, lights in the windows, and a thing or two of my little holly old antique things, just kind of placed around. Um, I do always put out my nativity set, the heirloom nativity set, and tree first. Make that decision. I have 3 trees now. Me and my husband always had 3 trees after he got sick. He had a white tree with red, white, and blue military things. He was a veteran on it, for him. And then I did used to do the living room because he liked that, and it's on the level that he is, to have things out that he liked. He was also a fan of tablecloths and placemats and all things. We'll put it. You'll find in the don't list. So anyway, keeping it simple, picking your areas. Don't just do everything. Uh, you know, we did that for years. Especially, my husband was very into Christmas, and before he was sick, he helped me a great deal. Okay. So I also just switch out things that getting into the linens. In other words, I might just take my summer linens and put warmer linens, fur and things, uh, on the bed. Um, uh, I've said before, I have a fetish of fabrics. So I'll buy holiday specific uh, kitchen towels, bathroom towels. Um, I don't buy them all the time. They usually last me for a while. My linens all get updated when I redo a room. So that doesn't happen that often. Every 10 years or so. Sometimes longer. Um, the other thing that's an area that I love is, and I do it a must do, is the coffee bars or hot cocoa tea, whatever you prefer to drink. Um, I love them. I think they're quaint and adorable. I have 3 coffee pots on 3 different levels. That is something that I and my girlfriend and people that come here don't live without. Some may like tea, some may like hot chocolate. But I do all 3 of the coffee bars. The one upstairs, obviously, is just for me, but I like my cute little, I love my deers, I love my holly. You guys know all that. Angels, lights, you know. So, anyway, and then the other thing I would suggest as far as reuse and decor is just embellish things that are already there. Um, uh, this tree will stay out well through maybe even February. The way it is, it basically is crystal and it looks like ice, snow, whatever. Sometimes I'll just take the ornaments off of it, and I have a white tree that I just leave the lights on, and I may leave that out till it starts getting light longer. And I think it goes very well with the season. Certain things, a lot of my white houses, white trees, silver trees, those kind of things, I think are lovely during the winter to just have something nice to look at. Um, but I do just embellish things. Put a bow that are already there. Put a red bow. Put lights. Um, uh, Whatever you like, you know. Um, just zhuzh it up, as I would say. Add some greenery. Something I just did since I showed you guys the bedroom and the bathroom and the living room update is added more greenery. Just little picks, just the ones I think I showed you on the Dollar Tree haul. So, but that's how I kind of do things for the year. Honestly, it's just the biggest number one thing here is at the very top of my list was prepare and plan and start buying early, especially things you got to buy a lot of. So, and then my little bonus, number 11, is take care of yourself. I make sure I take my vitamins. I make sure I get enough sleep. There's certain things I don't like to do. Crowds, shopping on weekends and at night. I try to do those things when I have time during the day, in season when everything's just not nuts. Um, so, yeah, that's my 10 do's for all holidays, especially Christmas. Please like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below. Hang on. Christmas is coming, guys. And my dogs took off and hid. They don't like their clothes. So I guess you don't get to see them. They were in here. But anyway, so yes, just hang on, take care of yourself. Don't stress. There's certain things I'll put on my don't list that I just don't do when it's I call it all hands on deck when I was an interior decorator. It's like, yes, kind of starts with the fall and goes until New Year's. So, when all hands are on deck, take it easy on yourself. Get your rest. Take a day off sometimes. You know, I have days that I just get up and say, this is the plan, but guess what? We'll do this and something else tomorrow. And especially as you get older. I mean, some of this stuff is, you know, age appropriate because at my age, I don't overdo much of anything anymore. You know, Lexi just showed up. She wants to say hi. Where you at there? Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, she managed to keep her clothes on. Yeah. Say hi. Say hi, baby. Her tail's wagging. I think that's going to have to be enough for now. But anyway, yeah. And just enjoy. Have fun. And relax. Have a good day. I will see you Thursday with a what I'm grateful for list. Bye.